Welcome seafood lovers, welcome on another Fishy Friday, and today we are going quick, we're going healthy, we're going on a budget, and we're going delicious. We are going for a stunning tuna pasta. So we start chopping an onion. You can make this dish actually in 10 minutes, maybe 15. And the good thing about this recipe, it's really affordable. We just calculated this whole dish will cost you not more than €2.75, which might be £2.50, a bit less than $3 a person. And the good thing is that all these ingredients we're going to cook with right now, you can store it in your cupboard for weeks, months. Okay, so I'm using a red onion. You could use a white onion, you could use shallot. It's all fine for this sauce. So actually, I'm now making the base of the sauce. So we're going to flavor the tomatoes later on with the onion, with the garlic. So I'm using like one middle-sized onion for 2 persons. Okay, so I've got my frying pan here. I have it on medium-high heat. Add a bit of olive oil, maybe a tablespoon. So I add the onions. Now I add like 2 chopped garlic cloves. So I add the garlic together with the onion. And now I add a bit of dried chili flakes. And this is typically something you have in the cupboard. It's not necessarily that you need to buy fresh chili. This will work perfect for this dish. So maybe like half a teaspoon? Yeah. It's really depending on how spicy you'd love to have your sauce. And now it's time to add the tomatoes. So I have some peeled tomatoes. I add it to this bowl. So I give this a blend. Very quick, very short. And now I add this to my onion, chili flakes, and garlic. There we go. And to have, well, this nice harmony of all these flavors, I give it a simmer for like 5 till 10 minutes. And this is exactly the time we will need to boil our pasta. So while my sauce is sizzling, I'm adding the pasta to some boiling water, salted water. There we go. So now we boil the pasta about for like 8-9 minutes. Just have a look on the package. So I have a little taste on the sauce, and I'm sure it needs a bit more acidity. It's really good. What's important, if you use the tomatoes, buy a good brand of tinned tomatoes. That really makes a difference. But it needs a bit of acidity, and therefore I use just a few drops of red wine vinegar. Okay, so before I'm going to season the sauce, I'm going to add the hero of today, which is tinned tuna. If you buy fresh tuna, if you buy frozen tuna, or if you buy a can of tuna, make sure it comes from a sustainable source. Really important, guys. Make sure it's caught by Paul and Line and certified by the Marine Stewardship Council. If you want to know how this tuna has been caught, just click on the I button. This is tuna in oil. I'm using brine if I'm going to add oil, like mayonnaise, or if I use tuna in a salad. If I'm going to heat the tuna, I will use it in oil. Why? Because if you heat it, it dries a little bit, so in oil it will stay tender, juicy, really nice. So, open the can. And I get rid of the excess oil. And there it goes. I'm using 1 can a person because we're going to cook right now for a main course. Nice, beautiful tuna flakes. This is skipjack tuna. You can buy albacore tuna. Be careful buying yellowfin tuna. Never buy bluefin tuna. And it's just reheating the tuna because the tuna has been cooked already in the can. So there is no reason to cook the tuna again. It's just to heat it up, to warm it up. So this is the base of the sauce. Well, and depending on your cupboard, depending on your budget, depending on your taste, you could add like capers, maybe some lemon zest, or a bit of basil. That's what I'm going to do right now, just to give it a bit of color. I give it a little taste. Really good. I'm not using black pepper because there's already chili in my dish. and just a tiny bit of salt. Have a check on my pasta. This is al dente, and I just add the pasta now to the dish. There we go. And I give it a toss. Okay, time to plate it up. So here it is, and as you could see, it was so quick to make, so easy to make, and it's really affordable to make, but it's so stunning. Let's have a taste. Here we go, a bit of pasta with the sauce. Wow, this is a perfect balance in between spiciness, a bit of the acidity, the beautiful flavor of the tomato, and the great taste of the tuna. A great dish for lunch as a main course if you don't have enough time to make it, or if you want to have a simply delicious meal. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them in the box down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon on another Fishy Friday.